Contentment is such a rare virtue in our 21st century. We find ourselves every day with adverts flying all around us. The social media doesn't help us at all. You open it and you find a friend you are together with in college or high school or in your village seems to be doing well than you. And very easily then you start feeling envious of them, perhaps even desiring and coveting what they have, or even grumbling about your own present situations. Is it possible to even attain the idea of contentment? Now, contentment, godly contentment, is delighting in God in whatever circumstance that you find yourself in. This could be hard, or it could actually be very good. It could be moments of hunger, or it could even be moments of plenty. And Paul, in the book of Philippians chapter 4, from verses 11 all the way to 13, tells us that contentment is possible. It is humanly possible to attain contentment, especially for believers. He himself tells us that he has learned to be content. Verse 11, I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content. And he says there, just in case you're thinking, maybe he had a nice situation. No, he says, whether that be in moments of being low, or even in moments of actually lacking, or even in moments of having abundance, Paul has learned the secret of contentment. You see, the difference and the opposite of being contented is being discontented. It is being envious, wanting what other people have. It is coveting. The 10th commandment warns us against that. It is actually grumbling and complaining about my own situation currently. And so when we have been called and invited for us to be able to pursue contentment, and Paul says that is possible. Now, how is it possible? Verse 13 of chapter 4 of Philippians says, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. All things? Which all things is he talking about? Well, he is talking about he can do all things, which include being brought low and even having a lot of abundance of things. He can actually be contented. So the all things in verses 13 means to be contented. But Paul can pass through a very hard time and he can actually be able to stand in that. Why? Because it is Christ who strengthens him. How does Christ do that? It is by us being hinged on him, finding our identity not in the material and in our surrounding, but in what he has done for us. And only then can we even achieve contentment. Only when we treasure Christ above everything else can we even come to the place of actually being contented whatever the situation that we find ourselves in. May the Lord help us as we pursue that godly contentment. Amen.